No Budget RC here. And recently I've had some people comment on some of my videos about the fact that I call my channel No Budget RC. And some of the stuff I have is, as the one guy put it, you have a lot nicer stuff than me. I don't see how you're No Budget RC. Well, a couple things. One, I've been in the hobby about 5 years now, and my financial situation has changed, where I do have a little bit more money to put into the hobby. Not a lot. Not as much as some of the guys that I run with, but a little more. And the other thing is, what I do a lot of times is if I find something that's a really good deal, I'll pick it up, put a little work into it, and flip it. And what I did the other day is something I really like to do, but it doesn't happen that often. The guy had posted he was getting out of RC and he wanted to get rid of everything he had. For the price, he just put negotiable. So I looked it over real well. And the thing with that is you need to know values in your area. I am on Craigslist. I'm on Facebook Marketplace. I'm on OfferUp. I'm on LetGo all the time, searching RCs to see what they're going for and what's available. And sometimes you'll see the one that's been on there for a few weeks. Obviously, the price is too high on that, and you got to kind of keep a mental note of what things are selling for in your area. So anyways, this guy had a few pictures, said a few of the things that were in that he had, and I looked at them all over, and I thought, okay, well, I really don't expect to get this, but I'm going to go ahead and just shoot him an offer. And I shot kind of low because a lot of times people will counter or, either hit you back with a higher price or just be like, no, and like you've insulted them. But if you don't put a price, I'm going to hit you on the low side. That way we can work up to what I think is a fair price. So I looked at everything that he had and I thought, okay, I would be willing to go $250 on that, maybe $300. So my first offer I shot him was $200. To my surprise, I woke up the next morning and he got back to me and said, okay. So I was like, all right, cool. I'm about to leave for work. I'll leave a little early. I'll swing by and pick it up. So I swung by and picked it up. So my $200 RC lot, I got 6 4S LiPos. They're Turnigy 5000 milliamp. Got this box full of stuff. Actually, all that stuff goes to this Losi 8E 2.0 buggy. This thing is ready to run. Has Castle Mamba Monster in it and the Castle 2650 kV motor. Also has 2 bodies. The bodies, neither one are in great shape, but they still work. Spektrum radio. It's an old school Spektrum, but the thing works flawlessly. Now back to that box. This box has 2 sets of brand new A-arms in it. All of these are brand new in the package parts. All of these are brand new in the package parts for the Losi. There's some double-sided tape in there. A whole bunch of pinions. Brand new in the package, Robinson Racing pinion, set of sway bars, some shock pistons, miscellaneous bag of goodies. Down underneath here, there's some springs, all kinds of parts for it. Also came with 2 sets of buggy tires on wheels, 2 brand new, never been mounted bow ties. Also came with those. I'm not really sure what those fit, but there's that. Obviously the set in the red wheel is about wasted, but the other set looks like brand new. Came with a screw kit for the Losi. Also came with a screw kit for a Team Associated SC8E, which is down there. It's just a slider. It needs some work. Obviously, one set of buggy tires could go on there, but I'm selling it as a slider. Came with a little Turnigy temp checker. Came with a cheap soldering iron, solder, some tire glue, some shock oils and diff oils, some tools. You already saw the Losi. Besides the Castle setup that's in the Losi, it also came with another Mamba Monster with a 2200 kV brushless motor. It also came with this Novak brushed ESC. Came with that heat sink and fan. This box is another fan and heat sink that is unopened. Came with that guy there, which closest I can tell from looking online is it is a HPI RS4 or something like that. It's just another slider. Mostly that's going to be for parts. If somebody needs it, I'll just sell it on the cheap. It's missing the dog bones in the front. It's a belt-driven four-wheel drive, but it's missing a lot of stuff. But it does come with brand new RPM A-arms for all around on it. The body's not in great shape, but it's not completely destroyed if somebody, wanted to use it as a basher body. That Team Associated SC8E, I'm selling it as a slider, but it came with a brand new rear aluminum body threaded shocks, and some of the parts are taken off of it. There's the plastic shocks, but it also has brand new, well, I dropped it, but also has brand new front shocks that haven't even been built yet. There's the box for the Losi. Also has a lipo bag that came in there. And the other thing that came with this was this 56 Chevy Nomad body. And I went to look this up to see what the value was on it. The only one that I could find, because apparently they do not make this body anymore, was on eBay for 80 bucks. So that might be a really good score. The thing is just there's some other miscellaneous stuff that I didn't drag out of, there's a box of stuff up there, but I just drag out the majority of it. The biggest thing is knowing what the prices and values are in your area, and knowing what stuff's going for and know what's selling and what's not. Like I said, I paid $200 for this. I have a guy coming tomorrow to pick that up for 60 bucks. And if I can, get what I want out of the buggy, because the buggy is all ready to run. Nice servo, decent electronics, ready to run. Yeah, it's an old school radio, but works great. 2 bodies. So I'm going to put the buggy up with 2 bodies ready to run with the electronics and all that, obviously. With the screw kit, with the Boxo shit, with all the buggy wheels and tires, and with 2 of those 4S lipos. And I'm going to ask $350 for it, and I'm going to be firm on my price. And so do the math. If I get $350 for all that and $60 for that, I have more than doubled my money. And I'll be keeping 4 of the 4S lipos. I'll be keeping obviously the tools and the fluids, and I'll be keeping one of the brushless systems. And so if you look around, you know what you're looking at, you know what prices are. There are deals like this out there. Yes, they don't come along all the time. And by throwing out such a lowball offer of $200, yeah, the guy might have just ignored me and moved on to the next guy. But that's a risk you have to take. I honestly thought after I sent him the offer of $200, I thought I should have started at $250. He might have taken that offer more serious. So yeah, I was literally surprised the next morning when I woke up and saw that I had a message on the Letgo app, is where I found it, that just said, yeah, I'll take the $200. So anyways, There are deals out there like this. This is not even the best deal I've ever got, guys. The best deal I ever got was a Monday night, about 11 o'clock at night. I went to check Craigslist. And under searching just RC, I seen a thing in there that said RC $25. The pictures were real dark. I had to zoom in on my phone and turn the brightness way up. And I was able to tell through the dark pictures and all the dirt on the vehicle that what I was looking at was a Traxxas slash 4x4 for $25. Normally I wouldn't call somebody up at 11 o'clock at night, but it said he had just posted it like a few minutes before I saw it. So I went ahead and called him and said, dude, I am on my way. I want that. Once I got there, found out that it had a 3-cell lipo in it that was actually still good. It was a little puffy, but it still worked. And, once I got it, and the guy's like, how bad did I screw myself over? I don't know anything about RC. This was left in my basement from an old roommate. I told him, well, honestly, not knowing the condition, if anything's, it could have some issues. I was like, I still would have probably given you about $75 for it. Not knowing the condition of any of the stuff. And he said, yeah, I pretty much realized I screwed myself because he said, you called and said you're on your way. And he's like, in the 40 minutes or so that it took you to get here, I've had like 6 other people call and say that they want it. So, anyways, there are great deals out there, guys. I've been in the hobby about 5 years, and they don't come along very often. Most of the time what it's going to be is you're going to find one vehicle that possibly needs a little bit of work. And you might be able to pick it up cheap. But the thing is, you got to do your homework on those ones too. Look at it, listen to what they say it needs. Look at the pictures and see if that's all it needs. And, if you know the values, and if you find a vehicle and you're like, oh, I see those selling all the time for $150 in my area. And, that dude wants $70 for his. And you can fix it for $30, you can make $50 profit. But the reason I say look at the pictures is because that same vehicle, you pick it up for $70, you put $30 into repairing what was broke, and the body's destroyed on it, and you end up having to buy a body. Well, yeah, we know you can, bodies can easily run you, $30 or $40, and then by the time you buy paint and put the paint on there, you're going to be into it more than the $150. So you really got to know your products, know what your prices are in your area. But you can make a good deal on, like I said, I'm going to, sell off most of this stuff, but, there's some stuff here I am going to keep. And, having that stuff, that's how I've acquired most of my stuff, my shock oils and all that kind of stuff, is, like, buying vehicles. There's a bunch of my shock oils, and then I have another container that has shock oil and diff oil in it. But buying vehicles when somebody is getting out of the hobby and taking everything that they have for it, and then when you sell the vehicle, just sell the vehicle as bare bones as you can. I mean, honestly, I could sell this as just a ready to run without any batteries and without the extra tires, and I could keep that stuff. I don't really have any use for the buggy tires, and the fact that I have 6 lipos, I'm going to go ahead and throw 2 lipos and probably all the tires in with it, because it's just going to help it sell that much faster. Somebody's going to be looking at it and, okay, I put mine up for $350 here, and they're looking online, and there's another one for $350, and maybe it's a little nicer. Maybe it has a brand new body on it. Maybe it's a little cleaner, and that's also $350. But then they can look and be like, look at all those extra parts that one comes with. I mean, a lot of brand new in the package parts, all 4 A-arms. There's a lot of parts there. That one comes with 2 lipos. That one's got some extra tires with it. It just makes your offer that much more attractive. And, yeah, maybe I could still get $350 for it without that stuff. And then, maybe I sell those lipos and get, those 2 lipos that I was going to give with it. Maybe I sell those for $20 each and, I make an extra 40. But honestly, like I said, I'm already going to more than double up my money. So I really don't need to, penny pinch every single penny I can out of it. And when you start doing that stuff, it just means you sit on it that much longer before you're able to sell it. And I'd rather make my money back quicker and maybe make less. Okay, so, I sell the Losi for $350 and I sell that for $60. That's $410. I've more than doubled my money. Well, and I do it in a week. Where, if I sell that without the lipos, and I still get the $350, and I sell that for the $60, and then I sell the couple lipos, and then I sell the tires separate. In the long run, maybe I'm going to make more money, but it might take me a month or 2 to make that more money. So I'm more about the quick buck. Honestly, I think everything's there to fix that. I could have fixed that, put it back together, because there's, the bag that I dropped has a lot of parts that they've taken off of it, and I noticed it's missing 1 dog bone. There's another, one of the front axles looked like it was bent when I was rolling it over. Okay, so, I could fix that. I could get a new body for it, paint it all up, and I could put it all back together, and I could put that brushless system in there, and I'm still going to have to buy a servo, and I'm going to have to buy a radio and a receiver and all that, and I can make that ready to run and possibly get another $300 or $350 out of that, throw one of those sets of tires on it. But I'm going to be into it a lot more time. I'm just looking to move this stuff quick. So I actually have an RC that I would like to pick up, and if I do pick up that RC, it's a kit. I now have the brushless system for it. I have some more lipos for it, and then in the long run, I think I come out further ahead by selling the stuff quick. And, I'm going to sell that as parts, basically. I already have it posted up for $20. If somebody needs the A-arms, they have one, and they want those A-arms, that's worth the $20 right there. And then plus they get a basher body and, some other miscellaneous parts they can use off of there. If somebody sees it online and offers me $10, it's going to be gone. I have no use for it. The A-arms, I could take and put them up separately on eBay and make a little bit more money. Then I'm going to have to go down and, deal with shipping. And, I'd rather just unload it as a package for quick and cheap. Anyways, that's really all I have for this video. I just wanted to show you guys kind of how you can upgrade your vehicles and upgrade your hobby situation if you're willing to put in the work and, constantly be watching prices and values and all that. If you haven't heard enough of my voice, I also do a podcast about RC. If you're interested in that, look up No Budget RC Podcast on whatever podcasting app you use, and it should be able to find it. I believe I have 27 or 28 episodes out. They're fairly short episodes, most of them, but appreciate it if you guys checked it out. And that's really all I have. So until next time, guys, keep it shiny side up, and I'll talk to you later.